Hi class, my name is Haley Jones, and my informative speech is about virtual learning versus in-person class learning. Imagine if this pandemic lasted another year and the conditions were still severe and we all had no option but to just do virtual learning versus now having the option of having them both at our luxury. Would we be able to make it? Towards the end of last year, we were forced into a major pandemic, which forced a lot of students who were comfortable, like me, with on-site learning into a virtual learning world. Virtual learning and on-site learning both have their pros and cons, but I feel as if virtual learning has more cons than pros. On-site learning comes with the capability of having the teacher there for you to utilize and ask questions as need be. I've been studying myself since August with my virtual learning and working remotely from home at the same time. I can honestly say it is a challenge balancing the two because I require a hands-on approach with certain classes. Although in an online blog site from Christine Greenhow, she stated that studies have shown that virtual learning is proven to be more effective if done right versus in-person learning. Greenhow also spoke on some of the advantages and disadvantages of virtual learning. An advantage for virtual learning is that the students are allowed to go at their own pace and on time. And a disadvantage is that the teachers have to keep the students constantly engaged and eager to learn via virtual learning. The advantages for a classroom learning, you'll be able to concentrate better on your learning because there'll be less distractions than if you were at home. And some students just enjoy the overall comfortability of going to school in a traditional classroom setting. I've done my own research and asked some educators who currently are experiencing this pandemic and still aren't able to physically sit in the classrooms with their students, and they have all said the same thing, that it is more pressure than they thought, and that is a task within itself to get them amped up to learn over a computer. Most students in our area have returned to school, in-person school, whereas some counties have given their students options to do either virtual or in-person. And then you have some bigger counties who have no choice but to do virtual the whole school year. On the distance learning statistics site, they have formed and collected data from all over from students regarding the type of education they are receiving, and the students have spoken and said that when it comes to virtual learning, this is poor content, inconsistent instructions, and little to no access to the professors and teaching assistants. Today, I have told you about the virtual learning versus on-site learning and all the positive and negatives that studies have shown over the course of time. With the pandemic slowly coming to an end, I hope that there are better options for students who are balancing the pros and cons of virtual learning and on-site learning and will be able to adjust to this newfound learning mechanism for some. I stated previously that virtual learning is a do-it-yourself / work at your own pace, but still meet the deadlines or deal with which sometimes can get a little overwhelming due to the constant feel of assignments piling up on you all at once and spilling over into your weekends, which leaves you stuck with so much work to do. Whereas on-site learning has more positive features, such as immediate feedback from your teachers and staff, interaction with other students, which helps in ways such as sharing many different experiences and ideas when it comes to learning, and it also limits distractions. With everything that is going on around us currently with the pandemic, the best thing we still have around is the ability to be flexible and prepared for anything that is thrown our way, and it sure to not stop the education from being taught. Thank you, class, and y'all have a great one.